Hello, Jacob. This is a fucking goddamn it. Okay, there we go. This is a test of how to do basically the effect you want to do, but maybe in a better way that makes it more scalable in case you ever want to do more funky stuff to it. So let's go. Let me just find a clip for you. Sponge review. Something good. Star Fox Guard is pretty bad for that. Oh look, here's my unannounced project. Who cares? Okay, let's grab some Onward. Actually, that's pretty jank. Wow, I thought I had Pikmin footage on this. Dang. Well, that's sucky. What if I game? Do I have like some of this? Okay, this is doable. Okay, so let's say I have some footage of a game. You know, I'm playing some. This is a fucking bullshit game. How about I have some better footage? There we go. This is more interesting. So I'm doing some dancing moves, whatever. This is bullshit too. God damn it, give me something good. Other games? What do I have? Ground Zeroes? Ah, here's some interesting stuff. Oh, look, I do have some Pikmin 3. Oh, that's literally my whole fucking video. Wow, this is really disorganized. What about Breath of the Wild? Nah, fuck it, Ground Zeroes is cool. Alright. Okay, so here's some footage. So what you want to do is kind of isolate the spot where you want to put a title on it. So say, for example, I want to put a clip here while I'm opening this door, who knows what, you know? So I grab this, bump, 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 and say I have some dialogue where I'm saying some important thing. How long is this clip? 10 seconds. Let's elongate it a little bit. Whoop. Okay, so I have one track, which is Snake standing on a rooftop. He's standing, and then he jumps off, and then does some funky stuff, and then who knows what. Okay, so what I'm going to do is copy this, make two of the same clip standing on top of each other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of them different than the other. So this one I'll make, for instance, very, how about it starts regular over here, so I'll take the brightness and create, how do I do this again? Okay, so I'll create a brightness, what do you call it, keyframe, and I'll also create a contrast keyframe. And then as we get to this point, it gets high contrast, low brightness. How's that look? Okay, cool. So it's the same identical clip, but just overall darker. I'm going to take this one on top, and I'm going to put a little space between them, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to squeeze this a little bit so you can really see what the hell I'm about to do. I'm going to go over here and grab a title. How the hell do I do titles again? Oh, yeah, over here. Title templates. I'm going to grab a basic title. Where's like the default? Sure. And I think I actually have a title thing. Check this out. So over here, white border. No, I guess I don't. Do I? This is unrelated to anything we care about. Video effects, title effects? No, I guess not. Okay, whatever. Who cares? So I have this title, and I have something very important. Okay. So over here, what we're going to do is we're just going to increase the font size. And basically what you want, right, is you want the text to kind of cut the video out. So the way you can do this without doing the whole image thing you did, you can grab this and spread this across. Now you won't see it right now because this right now is the most forward-facing, whatever the hell I'm trying to say. So what I'm going to do now is apply a video effect. I don't know where it would be in your editor, but mine is under my chroma key settings, and I'm going to apply an alpha. What the alpha will do is make it so that if you have any image that is white and black, or white and nothing else in this case, because this is a title object, what it's going to do is it's going to make the white or the black, depending. You can actually invert the direction that it goes with this little arrow over here for me. And what it'll do is it'll basically be like a mask on top of the video that'll cut things out. So in this case, I want to reverse the direction, I guess, or maybe I fucked something up. Yeah, oh no, sorry, it is this way. So this video starts out normal, right? Because basically what's happening at this point is that this video is being seen through this, and this is the this frame, this layer is the background. So what's happening, and because you remember I did an animation here with the brightness, So they start off normal, but then slowly as we progress, and you can see we're in it now, we're in the animation, slowly this will come to be visible, and what you're seeing is this in the background. And what I could even do is I can add an effect on this. So I could set a brightness keyframe over here, and as the one in the background is getting darker, the one in the foreground is getting maybe a little bit lighter or something, right? So it kind of seems like the same effect right now, which is great. You know, you could do this with an image also, it's the same thing. But what this adds to things is this sort of shit. So let's say I want the background image to be blurry. Well, I can do that with this. You can't do that with an image. So I go to this effect, this layer, and I go to, where the hell is it? Sharpness. And I have an effect called artistic blur. So I'll just create a frame. Oh yeah, I can't. It's kind of fucked up. So let me go to where I want it to be blurry. So at this point I want it to be very blurry. So here I'll say, I don't know, 20, very blurry, create a keyframe, and then over here I will set it to 0. So basically what you've done is you've made it so that the image that is being masked through this something very important title is clear, but the background is blurry, which in my opinion makes it stand out much more. It's kind of just another way to make your text stand out over your background stuff. I could even at this point delete my brightness and contrast effects, and you'll see, is that all I had to do? Yeah, there we go. So now it's just the blur, and you'll see exactly like what it looks like just with the blur. So what's happening is it's like you're peeping through a window. I could delete the brightness effect on this also. You're peeping through a window. It's a little bit hard with no brightness because now they're the same color, so I would advise you know, do some sort of lighting difference. But you know what, even I feel like the brightness here isn't necessary. There you go. There's something kind of neat, something very important. And of course, if the text is larger, it'll look much better. How do I edit text again? I like this. So I could edit the text to be much larger. This looks terrible, but you get the idea. You can do this sort of shit. And then, of course, you can do even funkier shit. You can come up with all sorts of crazy bullshit, and it's a good time. I did some cool titles with this. Let me show you an example real quick before I cut myself off here. So in my Pikmin 3 video, which I have raw over here, this is how I did my transitions between the different parts of the videos. So, because I separated this video into 3 parts. So over here there should be a divider for part 1 somewhere or other. Okay, no, that's part 0, context is king, and then part 2 is, bear with me now, young Jacob. I don't actually know how old you are, you might be older than me. There we go. So what's happening here in this clip from my Pikmin video is I have this gameplay playing, right, and I'm about to transition to another part of the video. So as we go through it, I did some funky shit here. So as it progresses, you'll see, so I made a couple of different blurred layers. I have the background, the surface around becoming blurry, while in the middle it stays the same, and this title is actually showing another unblurred version of the video. So there's like a blur going around on the contour. The title it stays statically. There's like no blur at all, and it gets a little bit brighter. And then I slowly incorporate this dude into the clip, and the text. This is what's really neat, is that this guy is overlaid on top of the background videos, but the text, which is masking, which is showing through the video behind him, shows a brighter version of the text, or of the video, which is pretty neat. You can like manipulate the concept of layering, which is really, really goofy. But yeah, you can do alphas with a lot of things. And that's how you could do effects like, I don't know, let me take this a little bit further. What the hell can I do? So I have this blurred background one, and I have this brighter one up at the front. Let me make this a little bit, this is already much darker. Let me delete the brightness effects really quick. So basically what I'm going to do right now is I'm making the one in the background blurry. So I'll remove, so it's constantly going to be blurry, and I'm going to make it dark. So it's a little bit dark, and this is how I would do effects like this. So you've probably seen this in a couple of videos I've done. Let's say I want to highlight something specific. What I could do is in my templates over here. I have my editor has a bunch of just default test images. So I have an image. Whoa, sorry, my mouse is all screwed up. I have an image of the color white. So I could take this image of the color white. Whoa, screwed something up there. I could take this image of the color white and bring it over here, and I could just add a quick effect to it to make it a little bit blurry around the edges. So I'm just gonna blur 100. And then what I can do is I can do video effect stuff. So let's say, I don't know, at this point I want to be like, oh, look at this really cool jump he's about to do. So what I could do here is I could take the size position of this white image I have. I can click don't maintain position, do this, and then right before he does the jump, I can change the proportions of this such that the white image surrounds him. Oh, and then of course I have to actually do the alpha. So what you're going to see here is the video begins, and then I'm like, look at this important thing that I'm trying to highlight that is very clearly very important, you see? Let me just fix that a little bit, and everything's fucked now. God fucking damn it. Okay, there we go. So I'm like, look at this very important jump, and then I can just keyframe it like a regular animation. So, you know, at the end of his jump, I'm showing his whole body, and over here, I'm showing the middle of his leap, and then over here, just want to make sure his body is constantly in the frame, which I think is pretty good right now. So here's a sample voiceover. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes is really great, and you can do a great jump to avoid the guards. Here, check out this jump over here. As Snake approaches a ledge, you can press the action button to perform a great jump. And then, if I want to, after that, I can just fade this out, I believe. Maybe I can't, can I? I don't know if I can. No, I can't, because it's kind of fucked up. But what I could do at this point is I could take the final point of it, and I could copy the original frame, and I could do this. So Solid Snake is a really cool character invented by Hideo Kojima in 1582. He can jump really far when you press the action button, seen here, ba-bump. Really very impressive. Thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Anyways, that's how you do bullshit. I'm sorry, this video is very long. Bye-bye. Oh shit, I actually have to stop recording.